to XGR. I am your host, Chris, aka The Mole. And as usual, I'm joined by Geeky Girl and Rick the Hammer.
Heyo.
And as usual, we're going to go with the news, what games we played this week, and then the discussion, which is Payday 2. So let's get on with the news! I shall kick it off first. Authentic medieval RPG Kingdom Come Deliverance is officially coming to PS4 and Xbox One. The game's developer had always hoped for such, and I just going to say I hear it loud from someone, but I don't know who. It's like a fan. But it says here, the developer always hoped that such would be possible. It stopped. It's only since the game received Kickstarting funding that both Sony and Microsoft decided to just send out their development kits and confirmed developer Warhorse will be able to now self-publish. While we never doubted our technical ability to do it, we're not sure about the actual publishing and distribution, they said. In the latest console generation, it just wasn't possible to have a game on a console without an official publisher. So yeah, authentic medieval RPG Kingdom Come Deliverance is officially coming on PS4 and Xbox One.
Nice.
Not sure if either one of you two have seen anything to do with that.
I have not, but it is something that sounds cool.
I haven't.
RPGs.
Yeah, it looks awesome. My next bit of news, I'm going to go with the smaller news, is the Famicom 1 and 2 is getting a physical disc release. NES Remakes was a pleasant surprise. Everyone seems to love it. I haven't played it yet, but everyone seems to have loved it enough that, boom, they announced NES Remake 2 is also coming on the Wii U eShop. And just before NES Remake 2 comes out, Famicom 1 and 2 will come out in Japan on a physical disc, which means they're going to technically be able to get the second one before the rest of the world. Not sure how everyone feels about that one. I kind of hope that disc one comes out over here, because I'd buy that.
Yeah, I would too.
Because I haven't downloaded NES Remake. And it's not because I don't want to, it's just a case that I can't really be asked.
Yeah.
But if it was on a disc one, I'd go, fuck it, I have to buy the disc, and done. But
I don't think there's a demo of it. It's one I'd want to try, but I don't know if I'd want to buy it. But if it was a disc one, it'd be easier to at least, try it first, which would be awesome.
Good point. And my final bit of news, my big one, is Activision has revealed the first details about the upcoming Transformers Rise of the Darkspark. Due out later this year on PS4, Xbox One, PS3, 360, Wii U, DS, and PC, Rise of Darksparks will serve as a follow-up to Transformers Fall of Cybertron and War of Cybertron, but will also be a tie-in for the upcoming Age of Extinction. The game has been described as a video game complement to the upcoming Transformers Age of Extinction movie by Michael Bay. The official blurb explains Rise of Darkspark jumps worlds and factions as it weaves the tale to hunt for the ancient relic. As powerful as the Matrix leadership, the Darkspark, players will be able to switch between the heroes of the noble Autobots and the nefarious Decepticons through single-player campaign. Gameplay is said to be very similar to that on offer on the previous Cybertron titles, with promises of fast-paced running and gunning along with vehicle action, large open battlefields and 40 playable characters. It's also worth noting it's not being made by High Moon Studio. Instead, it's being made by people who worked on Mass Effect 1, 2 and 3, Dragon Age, and some other RPG-ish stuff, which sounds cool. Multiplayer will include the return of Escalation Mode, which sees waves of enemies attack up to 4 players as you try to work together to survive. Similarly, the game's leveling up system will now be shared across both single-player and multiplayer portions of the game. So experience earned in one, you can then use that to unlock stuff in the other one, like new characters, abilities, and weapons. So, yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Can't wait for it.
Ditto.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. The 3DS one is the one that sounds most exciting to me. because it's being developed by Way Forward, who you may know from Double Dragon Neon and DuckTales Remastered. And instead of a shooting game, it's a tactical RPG, so I'm hoping like Fire Emblem, because that would be fucking awesome.
Nice. Are they gonna? I wonder if they're gonna do the horrible thing, and I mean that bad way, what they do with the DS ones. Where they released the Autobot one and the Decepticon one, like in Pokemon.
I hope not.
I hate that, but I understand it because it means because the DS can't get as much on there, and that's their way of giving you both a full Autobot campaign and a full Decepticon one. It's just slightly irritating.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty cool. Now, some people are raging because it looks more like the Bayformers one, but I'm like, the gameplay looks cool, and to be fair, there wasn't too much difference between the Bayformers and what we had on the previous War for Cybertron and, like, Prime and stuff, because they were all influenced by the Bayformers one in the first place, so as much as I don't like those films, and I will say I'm going back to saying those films suck balls, except for the first one, which is watchable, it's just a case of as long as the gameplay sounds cool, and I love the idea that you can take what you do in single player and use that. Okay, I don't want to unlock Bumblebee. Fuck it. Fuck you, Bumblebee. I'm gonna go and use that to get multiplayer stuff. Or I got multiplayer stuff. Oh, I can unlock the Bumblebee class. No, fuck you, Bumblebee class. I'm unlocked in Optimus in story.
Nice.
You sound like me when I'm playing.
I'll leave the Bumblebee stuff to last, just so I've got it. I plan to pick that up on PS4, definitely. That sounds fucking awesome. But that was me. How about over to Geeky Girl?
Alright. Okay, first I'll talk about my first news is Nintendo's Girls channel. And I'm just gonna record saying I don't like it. Big surprise. I mean, I like what they're trying to do, but I just feel like it just misses the mark. And I've seen in other, there was a documentary that I watched where they were talking about other issues relating to women, but it's like they had a quote. It says like how the guys think, "What do I make of this female creature? I don't know what to do with it." Like, and I could just imagine people like trying to stick like a VHS in sideways, like. You know, that's like their understanding of women.
That's easy, you put it in the kitchen.
Yeah, okay, but like, that's how I feel like these people are trying to do, because I watched the like little ads for it and stuff, and it's like, you have like this blonde girl who's like, "Oh, Nintendo, yay! Let's all play Nintendo, got my pink 3DS here, like that Princess Peach, yeah, oh, love my awesome girl games, cool, I'm like totally sex."
Change pink to Animal Crossing or green, and you just described you in most XGRs.
Shut up. Watch your face off.
Am I wrong, Richter?
No.
No, this is like the stereotypical, like, 6-year-old, like, I don't know, like, you just have a baby or something, someone's asked if it's a girl or a boy, and then they buy, like, all this girl stuff for it, or whatever, and I'd love to it turns out to be a boy later, or something like you messed up, that'd be hilarious, but anyway, if, like, that's how I feel like they're approaching this. Like, they don't exactly know what to make of this female gamer, and you can't just throw ponies and rainbows at it, and, like, add a pink and everything, and it just expect its girls to, like it. Just, I feel like...
You're a girl and you like ponies.
I like My Little Ponies. I don't like ponies in general. And I only like Friendship is Magic. Get the other crap out of here. It's scary. Yeah, anyway. The thing is, I feel like...
Yeah, G1 rules.
Okay. I just feel like if they treated us more like just people and not try to focus on, like, the female aspect as much, they'd, like, probably do it better. I mean, maybe you could keep, like, a few, like, more, like, I don't know, like, more female, like, characters, I guess you could keep in the loop, or whatever they're trying to go for with this whole frickin' channel, or I don't even know, like, just a bunch of crap.
See, I'll say, when I showed you that news the other day, and you were like, "Wow," when I showed it you, like I mentioned, I actually approve of the idea of the girls-only gaming clubs and stuff like that.
I would like it if it was done right.
It seems to be done right. It looks like it's
good
cool.
it's good in theory.
I said the reason I like that is only because Like, if you go over to, like, for example, on Twitch and shit, you'll notice women are now putting girl in their title on Twitch just so people will get such a thing of views for attention whores of like, oh my god, yeah, you're so funny. Oh my god, you're so wonderful because it's got girl in the title. Like, they don't give a shit what the person's saying. Or if you go on PlayStation Home, you get like a girl's there and suddenly people surround them like, girl, like fucking zombies. It's like, what the fuck? You're horribly ruining what gamers are by doing that.
Yeah, I didn't focus less on the girl aspect and just, I don't know, just treat her as like a regular gamer, I guess, you know? Maybe decrease the broage a little bit if you want to target girls, but that's like, that's like it. You don't really need to like, you don't need to treat this like an Orange Hose Club anime where the guy comes out and he goes like whoosh and like all the freaking flowers come out of his hands and you know, and you have like those bubbles, sparkles, everything, and you know, it doesn't need to be like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're doing that to target girls because you'll notice whenever they do like boys club, they suddenly show fast cars, beers and guns. It's the same thing. It's the stereotypes, but it works. From a marketing standpoint, it sadly works. Like, look, as bad as this is, I know it's in America. How over-the-top mannish is most of the adverts on Spike TV, the one that's meant to be the boys' channel?
Well, see, Spike TV is just, it's gone so far over to like that side. I feel like it's almost like a parody of itself, or like going to the point of ironic. Because Spike TV is as manly as Gaston was in Beauty and the Beast. It's so, like, ridiculous and so over the top. It's almost a parody of what it was trying to be before. Because that's how insanely bro it is.
But it still works, though, because it's got stuff like TNA, and I believe UFC was on there at one point and stuff, which are boyish things, which people did enjoy. But I was just saying this could work. For the girl thing, because it's an advert. All adverts, whenever you see adverts, they're always over the top stereotypes to catch your attention within like the 30 seconds that they air or whatever.
I also could be hypercritical of this because I've never really liked identifying someone based on their sexuality either. Like, man, my baby's gonna have like not like pink or blue or whatever.
Girl.
Shut up. Okay, I changed my name to Anastasia Laserbeam since then, so. Anyway, I don't know. I just don't like focusing on like the whole gender thing because you don't know what girls like. Because girls don't like girl stuff because it's girl stuff. They like stuff because it's stuff they like. Or that's the way it should be at least. You know?
Can that be their tagline?
Don't like
girls
stuff
don't
because
like girl stuff because it's girl stuff. They like stuff because it's stuff they like.
Exactly. That's what it should be. Like that's how everything should be. Like, but like you know, I don't know. I get it just makes me so annoyed. I mean, maybe because like I generally didn't like girl stuff, so I'm like more opposed to it. Like I'm sure like other girls would like all eat this crap up or whatever.
There is a lot of girls out there that will buy stuff where it's got girl stuff on it and be like, oh my god, shopping! Oh my god, boys!
You know, and those people make me just want to like hurt them and light them on fire. So
why?
Maybe it's.
Right, their views would still be equally valid.
I know.
You can't turn around and say, stop stereotyping people, and then when those people exist, say, yeah, I hate them. Because that would be just as bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then I'm terribly bad, because I'm trying to work on it, but I have an active prejudice against blonde people, or blonde women for that exact reason, so I'm working on that.
Because of jealousy.
Yeah, and Buffy didn't help out at all, so it's too bad. She just kind of furthered it a little bit. Anyway.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I guess so. She's kind of the one person I didn't like, so I'm like, oh, your mom's dead. No, said no one cared ever. I'm like, I'm awful like that. See, that's how little I cared. But I liked the entire other cast. I liked everybody else except her.
Yeah, your favorite series is Legend of Zelda.
Just like on Link, Zelda's not the focus, so.
He's not the title character.
Nobody's the focus? I don't know.
What are you talking about? Don't you play as Zelda in those games?
Yeah, clearly you must have to play as her.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it hurts so much.
And isn't Link blonde?
Yeah, but he's not a guy. I mean, not a girl. He's not a girl, is he?
Have you seen him in those tights? He's not a guy.
I don't know. I I've seen. I'm saying there could be a female Link, but as yet there is not. So you know, I like the fact that they did say there could be a female Link. That's cool. I don't know.
Then would it be a male Zelda?
Yeah, sure, why not? You know, it could be like, you ever seen that Switch when they did Adventure Time and you had like the guy version of the vampire chick? That was pretty awesome. And you had what was it? I forget it wasn't Finn, it was like Fiona, yeah. And Cake the cat, because that's what my sister cosplayed as. But that was cool, you know? So if they gender swap it, it wouldn't, I think it could work, but that's just me. But then I'm like completely like...
Hey, to be fair, the gender swapping stuff can work. An example, I'm going to post it below for you guys to look at if you haven't already seen it, like I posted before. Booyah! The new, whatever the fuck, however you pronounce those statues, gender swapped Freddy and Jason.
Rule 34.
Is that like the sexy Jason costume or whatever? And all those other things that make me hurt?
It's a statue of a female Freddy and a female Jason.
Like, properly, or like the sexy, like, bullshit, it's Halloween, I can dress like a slut kind of thing?
Half of one.
Because that annoys me. Because they'll be like, ooh, look at me, I'm sexy Michael Myers. And I'm like, really? How about that? And it's like,
Sexy Freddy Krueger needs a butterface.
And don't insult the sexy costumes. Last Halloween, Victor went as Sexy Krang.
Damn straight.
I would like to see that.
Sexy Krang.
Every Krang is Sexy Krang.
Okay, anyway.
Good point.
So, I'm gonna go into my next news.
Yay.
Okay. The Lego Movie video game, and I've read like a bunch of things on it. It seems like it's doing really well, which is awesome. So, like, I think that's great that it's a movie, and now it's a game based on a movie, probably based on like all the other games they've had and all the animation, and they've decided to make a movie out of it, you know, gaining confidence or whatever. So I think that's awesome that it's doing good too.
That did surprise the crap out of me. I mean, I like the Lego stuff. However, the fact the Lego movie is outselling RoboCop is awesome. And the fact the Lego movie video game outsold Final Fantasy on the week it came out. It's like, what?
Well, I saw the movie, and the movie was, like, holy shit, amazing. I'm not gonna spoil it. But, like, it was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it would be bad. Like I said, I like the Lego stuff. It's just usually the Lego stuff wouldn't sell as much as something like Final Fantasy or the big named stuff like RoboCop with the over-the-top shooting. You'd think that would sell. However, the fact that Lego is managing to outbeat RoboCop and Final Fantasy, with those two having a lot more hype around them, is actually wonderful. I kind of approve. It's kind of cool.
Alright, so that was all my news.
Okay.
Woo! Over to Victor.
Alright. First up, a bit of sad news. Irrational Games is closing down because the creator of BioShock, Ken Levine, wants to move on to a smaller studio, and he's going to make, quote, narrative-heavy games that will be released digitally, end quote. So, to do that, instead of, like, leaving the company, he's basically laying off all but 15 people to pretty much shutter the company. Supposedly, I guess, because he realized that was a huge dick move, supposedly he is holding, like, some kind of, not like convention, but he's like setting up a thing where other companies can come and interview people that work there currently. So it seems like he's making some effort to at least help the people that he's firing get a job elsewhere before he completely shuts everything down.
I'm going to say I can kind of understand that move to digital stuff, and because I kind of wanted to mention this on my news. Tell me you saw the news that amused the crap out of me.
Which?
As everyone knows, the Canyon West of video games, Cliffy B, decided to step in again with news saying that one of the reasons he's walked away from Gears of War and stuff is he wants to work on digital games because disc-based games never sell anymore. He said, look, you name one disc-based game that's sold in the last 5 years or so, and people said, I don't know, how about Call of Duty, which shattered records, or Grand Theft Auto 5, which then shattered Call of Duty's records. The fact they're the best-selling games of all time and they're on disc kind of means they're selling. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is this disc thing you speak of?
Yeah, but like I said, Cliffy B at this point, he is the Kanye West of video games, where he just bursts in with some sort of stupid opinion at the time when it's completely irrelevant.
I picture there's like a fake video game newsroom, and he just like kicks down the door, and he's like, "Hey, everybody!" He just like says something. He's like the Kool-Aid man, but not cool.
See, I just want to see him at one of the video game awards, interrupt someone with, "Nah, that's cool and all, I'm going to let you finish." And it's not that he's bad, because like I know people like the Gears of War games, which is cool. It's just him as an individual with the opinions he does are stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
That's pretty dumb.
Yeah, I know that they, I think it's honestly mostly profits, because I think they get bigger profits for digital, but I don't know. And at least he, like, as far as I understand it, he sold off Gears of War, but he didn't, like, close his entire company down to make that.
No, he didn't. He didn't. I just meant the swap.
Yeah, no.
Although I will say that's something else that someone pointed out, which was kind of hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Publishers want to avoid people taking profit by going to more digital stuff. However, when they do that, that essentially means loads of people lose their jobs because GameStops and stuff would close down if it went all digital. And it also means that, like, let's say console-wise, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft will make profit on every game sold. They'll own the monopoly of gaming. Third parties just won't stand a chance, and that's kind of fucking bullshit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hey, what about factories and stuff that assemble the games and things?
Yep, you got that. You got everything to do with the games would all, essentially speaking, be affected. And it's kind of like, why would you do that? It's like, look at Blockbuster in the US. When Blockbuster closed down and stuff, you'll notice that they hired a lot more people than, say, Netflix did, which I like Netflix. But it's still sad that all those people would have lost their jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So, I'll move on to maybe slightly happier news.
Yay!
At least for someone.
But you're a sad gamer. You're supposed to give us sad news.
That's true. But I gotta do my other part of it, so I have to talk about games no one's heard about.
Games no one's heard about is Victor Hammer.
I want to see you as a female Barbie. That's good.
Get one of those little microphones. Anyway,
there you go, Stacey. There's your new Halloween costume this year. Sexy sad gamer.
Oh god.
Oh,
I have to shave my head?
Shit, that'd be funny. No, you can just wear one of those bald caps.
A bald cap and a bikini and a little pair of glasses. And in your hand, just a video game that says question marks, and no one knows what it is.
just grab random like Japanese lettering and put it on there. It doesn't need to spell anything.
Japanese letters with question marks.
And a doll of a child on a leash.
Yes. Patent pending.
We need to make that. I'll just get one of those dolls my sister has from like way back when, and put a little leash on it and just drag it around.
There you go. That's pretty accurate. But NIS, who make like this Gaia and all those ones, they had a press event and they announced 4 upcoming titles for release this year. One of which, if you saw last week, or if you stay tuned for the catch-up, there is Danganronpa 2, which I mentioned in the news last week. They officially confirmed it's coming out. They also announced the Vita port for Disgaea 4 is coming here, which will be awesome, hopefully. Fairy Fencer F, which is, let me see here, a turn-based RPG. And looks kind of cool. I don't know, they have some screenshots of them up on their site, so if you want to check that out, you can see it. And then the last one is Battle Princess of Arcadius, which is like a 2D beat-em-up, kind of like Guardian Heroes or Odin Sphere, if anyone has heard of that game. But looks actually pretty cool, and supposedly the Japanese version was really good and fun and actually pretty import-friendly, so you didn't really need to read much, so... I was going to check it out, and I'll just wait for the English release so I can understand what's going on.
Woo! Ooh,
Nice.
understand what's going on in the game you don't know.
Oh, wait, no. But yeah, that was my news for the week.
Ah, cool. So we should go to the catch-up. And let's start with Geeky Girl with the catch-up.
Alright, I played 2 games. Almost non-stop. Skyrim, my new addiction. I can understand now my sister would spend like days upon days awake playing this game. There's just so much to do. I am freaking master of the Thieves Guild. That's right. Who's the guild master? I'm right. It's me. I got armor to show it. Pshaw, walking around like a boss. It's so cool. That's right. You better acknowledge me as guild master. And then I'm Archmage. Then I go around and it's like, yes, thank you, Archmage. And one of them is like this little bitch who's always a suck up to the other one. She's like, I hope you know who like does all the real research and stuff here, Archmage. And I'm like, yeah, I know, me.
And then you stab her.
I'd love to. Oh my god, she's such a freaking suck up. Anyway, then I'm leader of the freaking assassins, Dark Brotherhood too, and only the Night Mother speaks to me. Oh, I'm so awesome. Now I'm doing the companions one, so I could be leader of the companions probably. I'm assuming, because I'm leader of everything else, you know. That's awesome. I'm getting giant freaking ego. And then I've been playing, Payday, but we'll discuss that later. So, that's it.
And cool. So over to Victor.
Alright, so, first up, played some more Monster Hunter with my friend, did, some of the event quests where when you win you get, some items that can make special weapons. And we did, they have the next version of one of my favorite ones from Try, where they have one of the big monsters and you fight a super tiny version of him. So equivalent, he'd be like the size of like a big dog, and it's fucking hilarious. Because he still does a lot of damage, but he's so tiny I can't take him seriously.
I will destroy you!
And the item you get from him, the weapon you can make, is a sword and shield, where the sword is a fucking chainsaw. And I'm like, yes, I need to make that.
A chainsaw sword?
Yes.
Nice.
Does lightning damage. I'm like, oh, I need to make that for no other reason than chainsaw sword. It's like I'm playing Warhammer 40k.
It's the new Gunblade.
Yeah. Oh man, Gunblade. Next I was also playing some more Danganronpa on the Vita, the first one. I was doing the when you beat
What is it called? What is it called?
Danganronpa.
Okay, I thought you said Dag Nabbit Grandpa. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Might as well be. But when you beat the main story, you get school mode, which is like this other separate mode where you can, you basically have to, the bear is like, oh, I need you to build me this, and so you have X amount of days, and every day you pick people to send out to gather materials, or they can clean, or they can sleep to restore their HP, because it takes a certain amount of HP to go to the places. So, and that's actually really fun. I don't know why. But then after you gather stuff, the next half of the day you can go talk to people, and you basically spend this thing called a trip ticket, and you go take a trip with them, and you answer a question, and then they like you better or worse, and eventually you can get the rest of the presents that way, because they each have their own that they can give you. And I don't know, it's like almost like a dating sim with a like
Oh god.
with like a gathering, like almost RPG. I don't know. It's pretty fun though. I like it.
Nice.
And that was it except for the discussion. So.
Ah, cool. So now over to me, and as we were discussing, I realised, oh crap, I played more than I thought. I played 3 games this week, including one, and well, 4 if you include the discussion, but I played 3 games this week. First one I played was Horde. Don't know if any of you played that.
No.
Is that the one where you invite her over and pay her money, or?
No. Horde. H-O-A-R-D. Basically, you're playing as a dragon in like a top-down game. The graphics are kind of bad, but it was on PSP and it was on PS3. And what you have to do is you have to fly around burning down villages and stealing princesses and stuff and take them back into your nest so you can hoard them.
Nice.
And it's the one who gets the biggest gold pile left at the end wins. It's got online multiplayer and stuff like that, which there's no games available right now on the online multiplayer, so I don't know if the servers are down or if just no one's playing it, because it's an old-ass fucking game. But it was kind of okay. I liked it. It was worth the £7 or so I paid for.
That sounds cool.
It does sound pretty cool.
Can you, like, eat the princesses, or do you have to keep them alive?
No, what you do is you take the princesses back to your pile, and you hold them there, and you have to defend them from, like, knights and shit that come to try and get them, because eventually they turn into ransom money.
I kind of would like to do bad things to the princess while the knights are watching. Look, do you want her back now? Do you want her back now?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And they send knights after you and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool. There's various game modes and stuff too, so it's worth checking out. It should be available on PSN today.
Cool.
Second game I played is Final Fantasy XIV.
Yay.
Yeah, I like I've said before now, don't really like the non-dialogue thing where it's just text. That kind of bores me, and I find myself skipping them more than I should. But because it doesn't keep my attention. However, I'm now high enough a level that I can do the duties. Duty. But no, I find myself going. We had to. Eve is a Bullhead reference for the win. But no, it's a case of. I can now do the duties, which are like the alerts and stuff in DCUO because I know that's what you guys have played. Because I'm not sure which MMOs everyone's played and which one they haven't. I just know that's one everyone has on here. But basically, unlike the DCUO one where you start off like in the middle of like the field and there's like a massive open space and you don't know where you're going to go, it's a lot easier for your team to be split up. This one, it's more like a linear path. And when all your teams like stood on a circle, it'll spawn enemies and you fight them, or it leaves the room open and your whole team just walks forward into the room and there's this big fucking guy with like a sword and shit for you to kill. And I'm a tank on there, so I deliberately go after the big guys and stuff and try and draw their aggro and stuff. So I'm enjoying that. I love Final Fantasy XIV, and those are fucking awesome to the point where once I unlock those, even though I only have 2 until I'm level 15, I just played the crap out of those same 2 over and over again on the same day because I just love doing them. It was like, yeah, fuck, I'm just going to keep replaying them. Fuck it. When I'm level 15, I'll go to the next one too. But I'm doing some missions to try and speed up my leveling now, but because I really want to get to level 15 just so I can play the third one. But yeah, there was that one. And my big game I played this week, the one I played the most, Naughty Bear, Panic in Paradise. No one's played that, have they?
I have heard of it, but there's 2 of them, but I have never played it.
There is 2 of them. There's Naughty Bear and there's Naughty Bear Panic in Paradise. Naughty Bear was the disc-based one. This is the digital sequel, which production-wise isn't as good, but there's still hilarious stuff. Like I got a SWAT team uniform disguise. I've bought all of it with, instead of like STAR, like stars and stuff on there, it's BEAR. That spells bear, Stacey.
Yeah, I got that.
But okay, fine. But yeah, it's like a cross, Richter, between because I know the reason I say Richter is I've spoke to Stacey a lot when I've been playing that, but it's like a cross between Assassin's Creed and the Lego games.
And the way you described it sounds like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
But basically, like I grab a gardener, I go into the bushes, I press the button and I kill him. I steal his disguise so I can get closer to people, or you can do stuff like if someone's someone's doing a barbecue and they don't see you, you can sneak up behind them, press the object kill, grab their face, sticks the bear's face into the grill, and it just burns his face until he dies. Or there's one where you can grab someone, lift them up in the air like a choke slam, and then you walk around with them. But you can only do that for so long. If you do it quick enough to some objects, you can do object kills. Like there's a cactus one where you grab them and you just slam them against the cactus and all the spikes go through. There was one I loved where, on the story mode, one of the bears had checked himself into rehab to get liposuction, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And you kill the doctor, you disguise yourself as the doctor, you then find the bear that's about to do it, you grab him by the throat, and then he realizes it's you, and you see, as he's scared as fuck. You take him over to the liposuction machine, you place him down, you tie him up, you press the button, it shoves in, it sucks all the fur out of his body, so now he's just flat skin dead. And the storyline for him is, the first one is a birthday party that, okay, all the bears haven't invited Naughty Bear, so he now needs to make him pay, and he goes around killing. The second one starts off with all the bears going on vacation. And as they're going on holiday, you hear the narrator, all the bears are out for a vacation, because they parody like children's stories with the narrator. And he's like, wait a minute, oh no, they forgot Naughty Bear again. And then it cuts underneath the car, and he's hanging on underneath like Sideshow Bob and The Simpsons, and just turns to the camera, and it's like brilliant. It's a game where you play as a bear, just killing all these other bears, because he's the bear that never got invited to the teddy bear picnic and stuff, and it's fucking awesome. It's totally worth checking out. I love that game. But that was the last one I played this week. Oh, although I should also mention with Naughty Bear Panic in Paradise, there's also DLC for it on the store, which I want to buy for £4.
Mm-hmm.
There's costumes of, essentially speaking, someone similar to Leatherface, but he was from the one from Dead Island Riptide, because it's also by 505 Games.
Oh, right.
So it's Dead Island people. That's one of the costumes. Another costume is Jason. Another one's Freddy, and the third one's Bat Bear. And it's
I
him.
don't know why, but Freddy Bear sounds cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Freddy Bear is cool, but I think it was Teddy Krueger or something they called him.
Nice.
Like the Jason one is Jason Vorbears or something, and I'm like, the pun names, they're awesome, and there's like various weapons you can use and stuff. It's just wonderful. Totally worth. Like I said, you don't need to play the first one to play the second one either. So I would recommend playing the first one, because in my opinion there's more content and they've patched and stuff now, so worth playing the first one. But I would highly recommend you at least try to download the second one. And I believe, Richter, there's a demo out for the second one on PSN, so you can always check it out, because I think the second one, because it's a download game, has one of the trial and unlocks.
Oh, okay.
So you can always try that out to see what you think.
Nice.
I look forward to hearing you next week say you tried the demo. But now, let's move over to the catch-up. Oh, no, sorry, not the catch-up. Oh, hang on. I believe we have do we have the Fallen Angel here?
Fallen Angel.
Maybe?
Okay.
Maybe.
I assume we don't. Okay, so let's move over to the discussion. And for the discussion, we're going to be joined by guest star Christoph Bellington.
Is that his full name?
Yes. Or the Crispy, as some people know him.
Christoph's a nice name. Although it's no Christopherson.
It's not. But the discussion today is Payday 2. The reason we chose this as the discussion is it's a game we all played, which means we were probably going to be talking about this way too much on the catch-up, so why not make it a discussion? We can do that in the future with other ones too. Hopefully you people like this. I mean, we're not exactly going to review it, because we may get together and do a review later on as a standalone review, but right now it's just discussion. So who wants to kick it off? Let's go with the Crispy.
Oh,
We're discussing Payday 2. Anything you want to do with it, because you've been playing the crap out of it. Like, basically what you've been playing on it. And how much you've enjoyed it and stuff.
I'm just basically doing contracts and stuff. What can you say?
Yeah, but that is true. Everyone's been doing the contracts and stuff, but are you a ghost still?
Yeah.
That's nice. How far are you leveling up with your ghost so far?
I've nearly maxed him out.
Nice.
Nice.
I believe Richter was a ghost, but respec'd.
Yeah. I was, yeah, because I wanted the silent lock picking.
Yeah, I believe you respect because, as Marcus Shadow put it, Richter said he respect because, playing as a ghost was too hard for me.
That doesn't sound right.
That sounds more like Marcus.
Yeah, it was because he wanted to try the tactical stuff. The tactician. I'm going to assume it's the one he wanted to try the range one.
Well, it was more. I really wanted the safe lock or the silent lock picking, and then I finally got it, and I'm like, "This is cool." And then I was playing online a while ago, and like one guy had the shape charges, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's like way faster." I want to try that, but I never got around to because I knew it would cost like a ton of money, so I was just like waiting till I built some up, and then once when we were playing it when it was free for PlayStation Plus over here, and you guys had it, I was like, oh, Crispy's going that route. Sweet, I can go over to the shape charges, and we'll still have the silent lock picking or the silent safe cracking. I was like, yay,
which makes sense. And I will say that something you touched upon then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got really lucky with that.
Oh.
I bought the game again. I bought the game for the first time. Crispy bought the game again because he had it when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
And within like a week of us buying it, it then got announced as free for America on Plus, which means you could look at it as, some people would look at that as, oh, we got screwed, that's the game we wanted to play, like some people did. And I'm like, fuck that shit. The way I look at it, I got a game I wanted to play, and now I got more people to play it with.
Yup. Yeah, I was happy because I like that game, but like no one had it, so I was like, oh well. And then now that more people have it, I'm like, yes, I can play it because multiplayer is so fucking fun.
No, I mentioned to everyone I was planning to buy that game when we played the first one. It was just so I was waiting until there was no games coming out as such that I wanted, and the next one's in March, and I was also waiting until it was a little cheaper because I didn't want to pay full price for it because I don't really like the first-person shooters too much. Although this one's not really a first-person shooter, it's more PvE, and it's more mission-based and stuff, which is kind of cool, but it's still a first-person shooter, which is fine. I've also leveled up my person, Richter, since we last played.
Uh-huh.
I now have the Iron Man armor.
Nice.
Iron Man. Iron Man.
Do you have the 2 ammo bag one? Did you get that skill?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I decided not to get that.
Okay.
But I've leveled up that one. I'm working my way up Mastermind now because I'm like, if I level up Mastermind, it helps out the team because the team gets endurance and the team gets health boosts and stuff. Whereas
and a massive experience boost. As I've noticed from someone.
From who?
I was playing online, with random people.
Oh yeah.
One of them is a mastermind, and my level went shooting up.
Yeah, which means the first time I'll get 15 for that, but when I've got 3 more levels and enough to buy it, I will master that level to give everyone XP bonuses as well, because that'll help us all out. But that one helps out the team. Plus, I also really love 2 of his abilities. The ones I love aren't near the max, aren't near the top either. The 2 I love is Joker, where you can essentially speaking look at one of the cops that's not a special, and you can corrupt them, and they then become on our team and start shooting their friends for us. And the other one is Stockholm Syndrome, where if I've interacted with some civilians and I go down near the civilians I've interacted with, they've basically, identified with their captor so much that they come and help me up.
Yeah.
I like that. But how about you, Geeky Girl?
I really like it so far, and I really like the technician and stuff. I originally went for drilling, but now I'm totally going for the sentries. Yeah, so I want 2 sentries. So I want like 2 sentries right beside me while I myself am also killing people. Then I can just like tank like everybody, like imagine like all those cops in the street or something, like boosh,
I'm gonna say you may be using them wrong if you're using both in the same room.
I know, I'm just saying if there was that many guards.
Help out on missions where you have to go all the way through, and there's like different parts where you're locked in places.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, we also found something out, Richter.
Oh yeah.
I found the almost the useless thing that I kept doing.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the Watch Dogs missions, which the one we keep redoing because it gives us a shit ton of XP at the moment?
Yes.
We get a saw.
Mm-hmm.
I get the saw. I can cut a hole in the bottom of the truck. I don't know if you've seen that. Yeah, the truck, when we're inside, I can cut a hole in the bottom of the truck. And then when you go outside, the fuel line's been cut down, so if you shoot the floor in the right part, the whole truck goes boom and blows up and kills any enemies nearby or any humans too.
Nice.
Which, first time I discovered, I thought it was going to be a way out, and then when it blew up, and yeah, I got killed. Crispy got down next to me or injured next to me, and yeah. The second time I did, I figured it out. The only downside to it is that same mission.
Mm-hmm.
They place the ammo and health supply that you can buy as assets inside the van.
So you blew it up.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't take 2 ammo bags because as I found out why you guys wanted me to take 2, because Stacy and I believe Jeff had mentioned it to me, or Marcus had mentioned it to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I didn't do that because in order to do that, I'd have to, because I mentioned to him, the way the saw blade works with how many times you do it and stuff, I'm going to have to get the ammo bags. I would then have to get both of the saw blade upgrades, the one that gives me 2, and the maximum one that requires me to have the, improved saw blade so that it doesn't break as easy in order to do that. And I'm like, as much as that benefits us on stuff like the safe deposit boxes, that essentially screws me out of every mission that's not a safety deposit box. I'm like, I'd rather be balanced enough that I can help out on both.
Yeah. But there are a fair amount of missions that have ATMs that would also help on.
It is, but we have Crispy's jammer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I played with a random guy, and he had the, 2 ammo bags and the plus 200% ammo in each bag. Oh, my God, dude. We cleaned out the fucking deposit box thing. I was like, that's just fucking crazy.
See, we did something similar, though. We managed to clean out enough, anyway, not all of them, but we cleaned out enough where we got 2 bags of gold, 2 bags of cash, and a shit ton of other items by buying the ammo asset, placing on the photocopier, me placing my bag in there, and we just went to town with me doing that, and Crispy using his quick lockpick.
Nice.
And we did exactly the same thing, which that helps. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because his lockpick, while it seems to be a little slower than my zoom through the door. It's more controllable because the saw blade, you have to hit it in the exact part, or it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And it's unlimited.
Yeah, man, your one's unlimited, which means while I'm doing them and I can grab the gold and run back to the truck and stuff, you can still be doing that, so it benefits us. And I like the idea that all the team benefits from all of us being 3 different classes. I like that.
Yeah. Well, once you have his lockpicking, and if you decide to use the saw for, whatever boxes you can open with it, and Stacy has the sentries, yeah, you're gonna just you'll be able to hunker down and clean out all that shit.
That's the strategy we've been using. I've been getting Stacy.
Unless you get bulldozers coming in.
Yeah, unless we get bulldozers again. But we've been getting Stacy to place
Well, that's where my trip mics come in.
Yeah. We've been getting Stacy to place her sentry on the table in the vault while we did everything, just in case anything came behind us.
Nice.
But yeah, we don't like it when we have got not 1, but 2 bulldozers enter the vault at once.
Yeah, bulldozers are shit.
At that point, when we get all 2 bulldozers in there, we just say, okay, just grab what you can and leave now. Don't do the safe.
Yeah.
Just run.
And there's Daisy still picking.
Yeah. But that's because she doesn't listen to people. She wants to get the treasures, which is why she dies a lot.
That was in one game.
And
Multiple times.
And in this game.
No, I just missed the cues and let's go.
It was in another game multiple times, and it's been in this game multiple times.
No, I just can't hear.
Well, I don't know how true it is, because I haven't really tested it yet, but I read that for bulldozers, one of the best ways is you put the trip mine on the ground, and when they run over it, you shoot it, and it'll, apparently kill them. And I'm like, wait, that'll just flat out kill them?
Nice. We need to try that.
Yeah. And I usually have, especially for, the vault missions, I tend to have trip mines left over, because the only time I really need them is, like when you open the big vault door and sometimes the little door is open or closed. And then, that one just takes one shape charge and it's open. So, like, I actually like when that door's there because it's like, oh, wait, I'm useful.
I would suggest with that, keep your dynamite if we go to do that, because we'll be doing it on hard and stuff in case we get the bulldozers, only because it only takes doom and the door opens with a saw too. So I'll waste a tiny bit of my saw if it means we got more trip mines.
There you go. Yeah, and I'll just put one down on the ground there and just...
like right in the door entrance.
Yeah, those trip mines are, like, fucking hilarious if you, like, watch guys run across it. You get, like, 3 dudes piling a door, you're like, oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Just boom, and 3 ragdolls fly, and you're like, yes.
Yeah. And for those of you listening that haven't played Payday, basically what it is you and a team of friends or computer people if you don't have friends. Hi, James. Basically,
isn't he a computer? Anyway.
Basically, you get to team up to do like heists and various other activities and stuff, like rob a bank, like transport fucking drugs and stuff. And it's fun. It's really fun. And it's really good. And you get various like changes to each one too. Like the bank vault one, you can get gold, cash, deposit boxes. And I never noticed, but I believe the Crispy said sometimes they change the loadout to some levels too, so it mixes it up enough.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
The only one I've ever noticed them change the layout on, because it seems like they just change where we land. To me, it just seems they change where we start from, because once we get there, it's like the same, I feel. But the only one I noticed it on was Watch Dogs when they removed the second door. You go upstairs, you go into this room, and then you use that to go into another room, which can access the other rooftops and stuff. No, they removed that door on that one, so we had to go round a long way. Which I did help out on that. I did help out on that, because we had to go onto the other rooftop to transport the bags, and I have the long-ass throw. I stood in there with the bags, I just kept tossing them across to the other rooftop where everyone was.
Okay, randomly, I found, when I was playing with those random guys, you remember the mission where you have to get the stupid fusion engine?
Yes.
And you walk slow as hell? We completely lucked out and got it right the first time, and I looked up exactly how you figure out which is the right one, and it's fucking crazy. Like, somewhere in that house, there's, like, a notebook that tells you what element it is, so you know at least what color tank it is. And then there's some other notebook that has some crazy, like, formula written on it, and that helps determine which one it is.
See, I just looked at the one on the wall that said no stickers. We need to try, if you know how to do that now, we need to try that again in the future.
Yeah, I gotta, I'd have to look around to see where they are in the house, because I think they're randomly placed, but yeah, now I know what to look for, and I'm like, oh, that's really involved. The only downside is, occasionally, they will put 2 tanks that actually have the same, like, everything's the same about them, except one is wrong and one is right, so it's like, even, like, at the worst, you still have a 50-50 chance, and it's like, oh, that sucks, but it's kind of cool that there's, like, stuff that they put in the environment that will let you know which one, even if they don't directly lead you to it. That's kind of neat.
Yeah,
it is awesome, so don't blow up the top floor.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're thinking of a different mission, Stace.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of the one where we have to make the coke.
Okay.
He's on about the one where we have to steal something from underneath the basement, which, yeah, I will say, even with that one, if we've got 50-50 chance, it's still better, because it means at most the copter has to make 2 trips, not like it did with us, where we were barely surviving, as it made like fucking 8 or so.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I'm amazed we held on as long as we did with how many wrong ones we had. Like, but that was awesome that we were able to do that, even though we didn't get the right one after and 6.
It's because after like the 6th one or something, when we had like 2 left, it basically became a case of 2 people were downed and left to go into custody, and the other person hide for 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, there was no ammo because we used up all the bags and everything, and they only dropped like 5 shots.
Yeah, that went horribly well.
Well,
I will say, and I will say the mission Stacy mentioned is the one where you have to make is it meth or coke? I think it's meth.
Right.
Yeah, you have to make meth, and you have to do it with the right chemicals for the people listening. And
Yes.
But they're different each time, so we're making like different flavors of meth.
Yeah, it's different each time, but the first time I did it with the crispy, I didn't know it would do this, and other people knew beforehand because we told them, but this one, basically, we were doing it, and it was the first time we were doing it, and I was used to, on this game, where if it tells you can do something, you do it, and it just does it.
Yeah.
And this one I just was like, okay, whatever the fuck he said, I don't care, it tells me I can do it, add in this now. And suddenly it's, boom, and I'm down. Crispy's like, what the hell happened to you? And I'm like, yeah, I kind of blew up the house. What do you mean you blew up the house? Look upstairs. He looks upstairs and he just sees smoke coming out the window. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then after that, the whole mission, oh god, it just went downhill. Because you need the math to negotiate with people. If you don't have the math when you get there, they're like, yeah, well, you don't have the stuff, we're not going to give you anything. And start shooting you, so you have to kill them. Then find out where the information is, which since you don't know where it is, you have to search every fucking building and stuff, which then you run out of time, you have to quickly fucking run to the copter before you got the information. And then you get to somewhere else and you haven't got the information, so everything else goes wrong. And it's like, oh, God.
Yeah, and we didn't know about the C4.
Oh, yeah, the C4 on the bus.
Oh, yeah, that one.
You have to pick up cash, and underneath it is C4. We didn't realise, we just tried to grab the bags and run. He picked up one, I picked up the other, suddenly, boom! And I'm like, wait, did I just blow up the bus by mistake or by picking up cash? Is this like The Simpsons of Homer with the cornflakes? So it's like milk, like boom, fire. Is that going to be my new thing? Bank vaults. Okay, I've got this lockpick. Boom, the whole bank goes on fire.
Well, that time we did that one, and we had the 4 bags of meth, and we did the trade, and we got the, every thing of cash on that bus.
Yeah, we got shit on.
That was awesome, even though there's a helicopter on the side, and we had no idea what that was. We, brought all the bags to the end. It was and I think, wasn't it Crispy? He was like, there's a helicopter over here, and we're like, what?
Yeah, it's not shooting. What's it doing?
That's why he said, hang on, let me try this, and grabbed one and ran over there, and it turned out you had to go all the way over there in place. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, another journey.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is a super fun game to play with. Even with random people, but playing with people you know is ridiculously even better. I love that game multiplayer.
I love the game playing with you guys. I've not played with any random people yet because I haven't decided to, because I'm like, if you guys aren't on, I play Naughty Bear or something else. If you guys are on and we're doing it, I'll play with you guys. But still, for those of you in America, it's on PlayStation Plus today. And for those of you in the rest of the world, it's in your local shops today.
Yeah, if you're in the U.S. and you have a PlayStation and you don't have Plus, I don't know. Yeah, just try to fucking get it. It's a ridiculously good value.
Yeah, if you're in the US and you have a PlayStation 3 and you don't have Plus, there's something wrong with you. We don't want to run the risk of you playing with us. You don't get this game. No, I'm kidding.
You don't deserve it. Go home.
You don't deserve nice things.
Go trade in your PS3. You're done.
You don't deserve nice first-person shooters like Payday 2. Here you go. Have aliens, Colonel Marines.
That'd be the greatest punishment ever.
Forever. They're the only 2 games allowed.
Wow, that's great.
But no, I was kidding. If you don't have PlayStation Plus, check out GameStop and stuff. And it doesn't have an online pass, so you can get it used.
I don't think it does have an online pass.
No.
Nope. I bought mine via the store, so I can't trade mine in. I'm always going to have it on my hard drive. Woo.
Yeah,
Which will suck balls when the servers go down. But then But that's the same with any game. If you had a game on disk and the servers go down and all you were playing it on was online, you might as well trade that in at that point.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a dust. But
yeah.
I was your host, Chris, a.k.a. Mole. That was Payday 2. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Woo.
Yay.
And see you next week when the topic will be more ideas for sexy, sad gamer.
I was kind of imagining like a bald, what was that, bald Daria, you know?
It's
like that would be.
costume no one wears. It's Richter Hammer.
Oh.